Bambergers. How old is this that he mentioned Bambergers?
Did your parents get you stuff from Bambergers for your birthday?
Yes.
What's Bambergers?
You remember Bambergers?
You get a Van Heusen shirt.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't really remember.
It's like Alexander's, or it's like one of those two-guys store. It was terrible.
Bambergers.
My mother was a floor manager at Bambergers. She was fired for defecating in the stockroom. It's a long story.
God damn it.
She was all over the paper. Beverly Sheckler fired.
Beverly Sheckler. Another piece of the puzzle. Wow.
We like getting a piece of the puzzle.
That is very cool. I never knew what Ted's mom's name was. Beverly Sheckler.
Beverly.
Remember that, people. You never know.
Bambergers.
They're going to...
The Shecklers were humiliated. Everybody in Schenectady was talking about my mother and her alleged defecation in the stockroom.
Of where?
Schenectady.
What store?
Bambergers. Beverly Sheckler fired from Bambergers.
Bambergers.
Wasn't true. It was a lie. Somebody planted a duty and blamed my mother.
Did you get goofed on in school
I
about
certainly
that?
did.
Well, it must have been embarrassing.
Yes. Every time there was duty on the guard, they would point and go, Theodore, has your mother been here? I would say, that's a lie. She did not defecate in the stockroom Bambergers.
Let's get back to that audio. So NBC,
Yeah.
you want to play that clip again?
Yeah.
So NBC, why don't we start this over again with Sean Hannity? Because this is pretty amazing what NBC did to this clip, making Mr. Zimmerman sound a bit obsessed with race.
With the racial
I'm not
angle.
going to say racist, but a bit obsessed with what his race was.
Like,
when he didn't even mention it, they asked him what his race was, and he said black, and then they put the edit in there to make it sound like he brought up race, and he was obsessed with the race.
Yeah.
Part of the story. Hit this again to refresh everyone's memories.
What they did is, in the first one, they said the guy looked like he's up to no good. Edit. He looks black.
That's right there. It's good.
Oh. Yeah.
But they forgot the dispatcher's question. How could NBC News in good conscience do that?
Yeah, Sean, this isn't distortion. This isn't bias. This isn't distortion. This is an all-out falsehood by NBC News. And let me say it again, a falsehood by NBC News. What they did was, in the first clip, when you hear him say he looks black, anyone watching that believes there are racial overtones to what this man did. How could you not believe that? You believe it goes with the narrative of the profiling. The only problem is they edited out the dispatcher asking him, what does he look like?
He said
and then he says he looks
and
black.
then he answered the question. And to edit that out is so distorting. All right, let me go to one last thing.
Really is.
It's fucking horrendous that they would do that.
It's disgusting.
They are making... you know what they are? Here's what the news is. The media has become the equivalent of the firebug who fucking lights a fire.
Oh, right.
Calls the fire department and then stands there and watches it burn. That's what they have become. They are fucking pyromaniacs.
You're right.
They start it, they fucking scream about it, and then they just watch.
Yeah.
They're fucking horrible, man.
And don't you think that's way worse than saying nappy-headed hoe on the fucking radio?
It's not even in the same...
It's unbelievable. This is way worse.
Man, that ain't even a ballpark.
They should lose their fucking... Because they have this free reign, the media, with content, because they're the news and they're supposedly doing a service. They're fucking despicable, man.
Yeah. How does anyone do that and not think it's going to be a problem?
I'm telling you, that's why... Fuck all my theories about race. That's why they don't report... fucking black on white with racial overtones because it's not going to serve their purpose.
Yeah.
White on black will upset black people enough, and they're trying to get something going.
Yeah.
They are trying to get violence started, and they don't even know they're doing it. They don't sit around and go, hey, let's... It's like they all understand. Like, hey, man, it looks like black guy got shot by this. Yeah, I know. But they both fucking know. They both know that the LA riots are in their fucking minds. 24 hours of coverage, something to talk about, a thing happening.
Where's this huge presence with Reverend Al and Jesse and everything? Oh, the fact that 14 people in Florida were shot, 2 killed, including like a child that was shot in the leg, and at a wake, at someone's wake.
How many people died?
2 people
14
died.
shot.
14 shot. And again, I mean, this is the biggest part of the problem as far as gun violence goes in the black community, is black on black crime like this, black on black murder, black on black shootings. To have even if this is exactly like the NAACP and all the left-leaning news says it is, and this Zimmerman guy was a horrible racist and he shot this kid for no reason at all, it still doesn't amount to a huge problem that happens on a daily basis like this. This is one of these instances that happen that people go, well, again, we show the racism that is America. And no, it's a single instance. Meanwhile, you got people getting mowed down in inner cities like Chicago and Baltimore, Detroit. And then you have right here, right in Florida, in Miami, this, a fucking 6-year-old girl has to turn around and actually has to know how to say, Grandma, I've been shot.
Because
that's like
black people are not going to. It's a terrible thing, but they're not going to possibly become violent and riot over that like they will over a story like this. Is what the media want. They don't give a fuck about a black girl being shot by a black guy. That's not interesting any more than they care about a black kid being missing on the news.
Oh yeah,
they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
The press,
they go for what would make a better story.
But even
they always have too.
But even the organizations like that come out, like Reverend Al is all on top of this shit, and I don't even mean him because he's a fucking idiot. But like. Just the organizations, NAACP, this is a much bigger, much more obvious, this problem needs to be addressed.
Because he only wants to play the hits.
Yeah.
In radio terms, he just wants to play the hits.
Right.
Why go for a deep track when you could go for the hit?
And I'll bet you they would go there if the spotlight was there.
Of course they would.
If the media spotlighted horrible things like people being shot at a wake,
right.
Sharpton and Jesse would show up, and then it would get national attention, and people would go, what the fuck? But again, that's not the story,
It's not a good enough story like the Zimmerman,
shocking
Trayvon one is.
Like, they want justice in this, and it's exposing the racism, and they're doing a race in America thing on CNN, and all this comes up, when meanwhile, this is an isolated incident when you talk about another race on black crime, whether it's white, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's both with this guy.
Right.
I don't know. But the black on black shootings, it's unbelievable how many of these happen on an hourly basis.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Holla.
Yeah. Holla that.
Someone's saying that that was edited for time purposes.
Oh, bullshit.
Let me talk to Jay in Jersey. Why would you know something like that? Are you an editor or do you work in the media?
No, it just sounds like, it sounds like maybe a mistake edit for time purposes. That it incites, it sounds, I don't know why you guys are making such...
Dude, listen, even if he was trying to edit for time, you don't think looking at that, because when they edit for time, they still need context, right? Right?
Yeah, but...
Well, you don't think that guy would look at that clip and go, I need to edit for time, but holy shit, this is changing the entire context.
Yeah, that's a problem. There's got to be a responsibility there. If you call yourself the news, by the way.
Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that there was no intent to play that a certain way when that was edited? Do you really think that was innocently done?
Can I ask you another question?
No. Let me ask you that one first.
Yeah, answer.
I don't know what that editor's intentions were, but to me it doesn't sound like. No, it didn't sound like somebody.
Yeah, but hold on. You don't know what the editor's intention was, but all these places have what's called a news director that has to oversee all this shit. So shouldn't he have made a decision when, whoa, this changes the whole fucking thing?
Yeah, clearly somebody fucked up. Somebody made a mistake, but that it doesn't change the story. And everybody.
We're attacking the media.
It of course changes the story because it makes Zimmerman sound like. And look, I don't give a fuck.
Everybody thinks that Zimmerman's a racist, anyways. Everybody that heard the whole 911.
Well, it doesn't help when you make it sound like Zimmerman was obsessed with race and brought up the fact that he was black, when in fact the original clip shows that he didn't mention race at all until they asked.
The media, dude,
that's a big fucking difference. I can't believe you don't see that shit.
I can't believe you. The media is attempting to create and mold the story that they want. And whether or not, I don't know what Zimmerman's motives were, and I'm sure it will come out. If he should go to jail, he'll go to jail.
And maybe Zimmerman is a racist. I don't know, but you don't need to help it along if you're the news.
Or at least not by... Dude, can you not see how...
I agree with you that...
Jay's leaning forward.
If it was was done on purpose.
Gotta leap forward.
Of course.
Hatred. I agree with you that it was the wrong thing to do. I just don't. I'm not positive like you guys that it was done on purpose.
Okay, well then I'm. What question were you going to ask?
I don't know. I forgot now, but
But let me ask you a question. Honestly, I'm going to guess unequivocally, and I'm not attacking liberals, but I'm going to guess that absolutely you are liberal.
I guess people would consider me liberal. Yeah.
Okay, well you are. Just say you are.
I'm not a Democrat. I don't align myself with politicians. But
Yeah.
I guess you could call myself a liberal.
But then what, dude? How can you not see that editing that call was not done for time? Like, how can you really think the way that changed the meaning? That's almost like
Completely.
saying. That's almost like saying this. Hold on. If an intruder, if they say that I call 911, I say, look, an intruder just broke in. I shot him because he pulled a gun on me. He was threatening my family. And they play it, we're going, an intruder just broke in. I shot him. How can you not see the difference that makes in the edit? How could you function in our society and not see that?
I can see the difference, but it's not that everybody who watched NBC has some different opinion as everybody else who heard the full night.
Yes, they do.
And who cares what their opinion is?
You don't think you think everybody that heard the 911 call says, well, he's a racist? 100% of the people.
No, I don't think everyone
liberals.
that heard, but I think that racism has something to do with that as well.
But who cares what people think when you're giving the news? When you're delivering the news as it should be delivered? Who cares what people think when they hear it? You don't edit it to try to tell the story that you think will further the news's coverage of it. You tell the story and let people make up their own minds. But what this is doing is it's editing because here's what our take, this is what we think it is, and this is how it's an absolutely dishonest thing to do.
I agree with you if it was done intentionally that it was. I'm just not positive that it was done intentionally.
Then I'm sad for you that you cannot see that edit was done intentionally. I'm sorry that you function in our society and can't see that particular edit with that particular change of meaning and that particular context removal. I'm sad for you that you can't see that was done on purpose, with intent, and with a motive.
Completely changes it.
Can I just point one other thing out that you guys are talking about? That the way that you are trying to make a big deal about why the media doesn't bring attention to black on black crime and this and that, and it's because that there's a big difference between someone that gets shot in a robbery or someone that gets shot over some gang thing in a funeral than someone this Zimmerman character. He wasn't trying to rob the kid.
Okay.
Purely, his motivation was purely,
Listen to yourself.
What was his motivation? So you think he went out patrolling with his gun, hoping to find a black kid to shoot? Wow. Do you honestly think that?
Why was he patrolling? Why did he call 911?
Because he's a neighborhood watch guy, and he called 911 because he saw something suspicious. What happened after that?
Why did the cops not even bother really responding to him? Because he's such a lunatic. Because he calls on every black person that he sees.
Okay, so maybe he does.
No.
Maybe he is more suspicious. Maybe he did see a black guy in a hoodie and get more suspicious than he would have with a little old lady. The same as you, by the way. If you're being honest, if you were walking down the street and you saw a guy like stupid Sam walking with no hoodie, and you saw Trayvon in a hoodie, are you going to tell me that you would have?
I live in Newark, New Jersey, so you can't. You can't say that about.
Okay, so you would have no more suspicion of the guy in the hoodie at night. You would feel.
I have taken the light rail.
You're not answering my question.
Answer the question.
You're not answering my question.
I'm sorry. Suspicious.
Are you telling me?
As opposed to an old lady.
Yeah, fair. Or, yeah, how about that? Or a white guy in a suit walking at night. Even if they're both honest guys, are you going to tell me?
Things that aren't comparable.
Yes,
Why?
Yes, you are. You're walking. Okay, here.
Why?
Here's comparable. Hold the phone.
25-year-old white guy or a 25-year-old.
No, 25-year-old white guy. 25-year-old white guy in a suit. 25-year-old black guy in a hoodie. They're both walking towards you, the same gate. They're not walking.
Why don't you put them both in a hoodie then?
Why? No. Why? Why? It doesn't make a difference, right? Why should they both be in a hoodie? Why is that different?
Well, because it makes a difference what somebody wears.
Oh, so you're acknowledging that there's a different perception when the hoodie's on. Thanks.
Why? It makes someone look suspicious?
No.
There's a difference between a white guy in a hoodie and
There
a
you
black
go.
guy in a hoodie.
Thank you.
I'm telling you there's a difference between a black guy and a hoodie. Of course there's a difference
Why?
between a black guy
Why?
in a hoodie and an 80-year-old woman.
Why? Oh, no, I say a white guy in a suit. Forget the old one. White guy in a suit. Why is there a difference?
Because that's culturally,
Culturally.
So you're a racist.
Yeah.
You're a racist then. You're a racist, dude. You made a snap judgment based on appearance and clothing. You're a racist. You just did, you phony, what you accused Zimmerman of doing.
you're crazy.
Yeah, you just
crazy,
did
Jimmy.
it.
Yeah, you just did.
If the answer would have been, if it was genuine, do you feel any more suspicion? 25-year-old white guy in a suit, 25-year-old black guy in a hoodie. Why should they both be in hoodies if you can't tell? And if you're so free thinking about race, that black guy in a hoodie literally could be a college student on his way home in cold. Why would you?
That's my point exactly.
You just exposed yourself.
Listen, because you of course you judge people differently by their clothing, because a guy in a fucking jumpsuit cleaning off garbage is a guy that's in jail.
Nah. That's a uniform. Duh, liar. Phony.
With the name tag on his shirt
Nope.
and picking up your garbage.
Nope.
Of course you're gonna think he's a garbage guy.
Wrong. Those are involuntary uniforms worn with jobs. A hoodie is just something a casual person could wear, or a suit.
Okay, and a suit is something that someone wears with a job.
Yeah, keep trying to bail yourself out. Everybody saw.
Jogging with a suit? Do you go walking to the convenience store in a suit?
Maybe.
No, but we both could be walking home from work, could we not? Because I'm a stand-up and I wear hoodies to work, and literally there are times where I've worn suits on stage. So let's just say you could see me walking out of a comedy club with a hoodie on, and you could legitimately see me walking out of a comedy club wearing a suit.
No matter what you were wearing.
What's that?
I wouldn't trust you no matter what
But
you were wearing.
why don't you just admit what you just did? Stop trying to dance out of it. Why don't you just admit that you understand this guy?
Listen, I know this is your profession. You're trying to talk circles around me.
No,
you just
talk circles
exposed
around yourself.
I didn't tell you what to say. You judge that black guy in that hoodie differently than that white guy in that suit. You don't have to admit that, but everybody listening knows that's the truth. You just said it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess if that's what you, whatever.
No, you just keep throwing. That's exactly what you just did. Exactly what people do. You phonily sit there and look. Zimmerman may be a racist dude. He may be. I'm not saying he's not. But your willingness to overlook what NBC just did, well, you don't know, because it kind of matches your
news from NBC. So and like I said, it wasn't. You can't prove that it was intentional, and that's my only point in the beginning was that it might have been a mistake.
You're willing to prove
it intentional, and I'm if it was intentional, it was wrong to do.
You're 100% sure that Zimmerman's a racist, though.
To act like shit. Steve Ducey from Fox News picked up a piece of paper and told everybody about the Republican talking points. Note that
right? Yeah, keep it about Fox.
Okay,
keep it about Fox. You just exposed yourself.
Okay.
You saw why? How can we compare? Why can't we put them both in hoodies? Because the white guy in the suit is less of a threat to you as a man caller. You feel less of a threat than that black guy in that hoodie. And you don't want to admit it again, but that's the truth.
I don't feel a threat. It was the perception that we were talking about.
So why? Okay.
I'm not personally feeling threatened because, like I said,
so why is the perception any different?
That's no bullshit. You could look up my.
No, I'm not interested in that.
Look it up.
You're
Dude,
talking about the perception.
Why is the perception any different?
Mm-hmm.
Because the perception of the guy with the suit is that he's coming to or going from work.
Right. So you make thank you. You make a judgment based on appearance.
Hello?
So no, dude, that hoodie guy, you gonna tell me he could play for the NFL, for Christ's sake? They make a lot more money than most douchebags in suits.
Yeah. My point is not to make the judgment on the hoodie.
Well, then why is the guy from the fucking suit going to work and the guy with the hoodie not?
You're cornering me into making a judgment on a guy in a suit because, yeah, he's coming to or from work. A guy in a hoodie could be anyone.
Oh, and a guy in a suit couldn't be. And meanwhile, they've stolen more money than guys in hoodies have ever stolen.
The one that made make the judgment. I'm not the one that's making the judgment on the guy in the hoodie.
Do you make the...
You're just pointing out that there's a difference between a guy in a hoodie and a guy in a suit.
You're saying
I don't make a judgment on people with a hoodie.
Dude, you're saying that one guy in the suit is going to work and the other guy isn't. Who would you feel more...
I'm saying you don't know if the other guy is or not. That's all I said.
Okay, you're right. You win. Go ahead, Lib. You win. You win. You weren't just phony. You didn't just back yourself into a corner. Go ahead. You're right. I'll give it to you. You're right.
I'm not trying to win anything. It's bullshit that this guy did not get in trouble for it. Okay?
Right. And so you're saying...
If it was a black guy that shot a white kid, he'd be in jail. So you know that.
If you had seen... Okay? If you had been... And again, I'm not even saying Zimmerman's right. But if you had been in that neighborhood watch and you had seen a white guy walking with a suit or a black guy in a hoodie, are you going to tell me honestly that you would have equal feelings about the intents of both of those guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
I simply don't believe you.
I don't either.
I feel bad for the black guy. I just gave a black guy a ride in my...
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Is he textbook?
You feel bad for the...
Along with the cane because his car had broken.
Maternal. This maternal...
area,
yes.
Nobody would even stop to give the poor guy a ride.
That's right.
So tell me that's not racism. Come on.
You're great.
Yeah, and you know what? Whether you realize it or not, dude, you're exhibiting it. Yeah, you're covering up your own deep-seated...
You're racist. Dude, you're racist.
You're a superiority complex white guy.
There's no superiority. Why?
I actually felt bad for the poor fella.
I felt bad for a black guy recently.
Hey, let me tell you what I did for a black guy. Oh, God.
Gosh.
You guys are a pisser,
wow,
man.
Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for your call.
Thanks, man.
All right, Jay. All right, Jay.
Thank you very much, Jay. Call any day.
Everybody wants in. Everybody.
It is astounding.
And the problem is the media does this all the time. Remember we played the clip of the kid who wants to be a cop?
Oh, right.
And they edited it in such a way where it sounded like all he wanted to do was shoot people.
Right.
Could you find that? Because that was a big one as well. This happens all the time. But Renee in New Mexico says you guys are just as guilty as NBC.
Oh,
Let's
really?
Talk to Renee. Renee.
Hi, Renee.
Hey, fellas, what's up?
Girl name.
We've had him on before. We've had you on, sir.
Yeah.
I know.
Every time.
All right, what's going on today?
You guys all last week have talked more on the Zimmerman side than the kid side. Even though Jimmy will go, I think he might be racist, but just 90% of the talk has been favorite towards Zimmerman.
Really?
Fine, but don't act like you guys aren't for that.
Renee, I'm going to tell Renee, I'm really not for Zimmerman. I just don't know yet.
Right.
Because I don't know who is yelling on the 911 call. Hold on. Let me. Renee, I did say last week, wow, it sounds like he said fucking coons. When we played that tape, I didn't buy the explanation that it was goons. I said it sounds like he said fucking coons. I just want to know, did he have the injuries? Did any witnesses see? I just don't know enough to all of a sudden say this guy belongs in jail yet.
Okay, let me explain something. You're walking down the street, right? I'm just going to get this out. You're walking down the street. You're 17. Some dude in his 30s with a bald head is following you. He's not in a cop car. He doesn't have a cop uniform. He's following you for a while. Okay, you're looking back, you're like, what's this fucking dude doing, right? You're showing you're 17. The dude approaches you. Me at 17, and I would guess maybe Opie, not you two, because I think you guys can fight right with paper bag, but I think Opie would have punched that dude because you don't know who this guy is. You want to get the upper move on this guy. He's been following you for a while.
You might be right.
By the way, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Just want everyone to know that.
You start losing the fight, what are you going to do?
Yes!
Shoot some.
Renee, you're saying what we think might have happened.
I mean, if anyone was self-defense, it was the kid. He was defending himself from some dude that he didn't know was a watchman. He didn't know was a neighborhood. He was following him and defending himself because he didn't know who this dude was following him.
But
that's kind of creepy.
We're not saying you're wrong. Well, you're agreeing with us.
You're speculating like everyone else is.
But, dude, I don't think that you're wrong.
You're speculating too, Anthony.
Yeah, of course. Of course, there's plenty of speculation. But what I said also was we're just waiting to see what the fuck comes out of an investigation.
And by the way, you said that we're pro-Zimmerman, and this is why I don't like that judgment, because what you just said is probably what Zimmerman will say.
It sounds like you guys are.
No, you're hearing it wrong.
This time to have major black talk like always. I had changed the channel like 20 times last week. The because you guys take this time to go Anthony's Black Rant. It's just like,
But Renee,
this is about some knucklehead chasing some kid down.
You just said what my take on the story is. That he probably did strike him first because he was fucking freaked out or just mad, like this asshole was following him. And Zimmerman probably started getting beaten up and shot him. That's what Zimmerman's argument is. You just told Zimmerman's story. You called to accuse us to tell us we're more Zimmerman, and you tell his story.
Okay, Anthony laugh and make like I'm done.
I'm not. That's me, dude. That's Jim.
That's how the Anthony laughs.
Ugh.
If you antagonize somebody and get your ass kicked, is that a reason to shoot somebody?
I didn't say. Nobody said it was. Nobody said Zimmerman didn't react wrong. No one said that. You're saying that because you want to think that we're pro-Zimmerman and fuck Trayvon. No one said fuck Trayvon.
Not that I think, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Well, then you heard it wrong.
To you.
Maybe I'm wrong. But
no, you are.
It sounds like coming out of my radio. That's fine.
Well,
okay.
We're just focusing on this particular clip today because it's new, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that me and Anthony aren't yelling at each other. That's what I'm happy with.
Well, I'm talking to you. And, dude, shouldn't you realize you're wrong when you call up and say that you think that we're
but
too...
I don't think I'm wrong, though.
No. About us being pro-Zimmerman.
That's my opinion. How can I be wrong if that's my opinion?
Because you're making a judgment on what our opinion is.
It's my opinion that you guys have been pro-Zimmerman.
It's his opinion on our opinion.
But, dude, your opinion is wrong because I'm not pro-Zimmerman.
Stalemate.
But it came out like that. I'm sorry. That's how it sounds.
Why don't you just admit you heard it like that?
That's how it sounds to you.
God almighty, can you put it on yourself?
It sounds like that to me.
To you.
Like that to me.
Okay, well, congratulations.
That's all that matters is what sounds like.
In a self-centered world, yeah.
Not when you're saying that that's how it is. You're saying we are pro-Zimmerman, not that, according to you, it sounded like.
And then you give Zimmerman's side of the story.
Yeah.
Great job, Renee.
No. Fuck you, Jimmy. That's not how I...
Fuck you, too, Renee, because that's what Zimmerman's argument is.
Yeah.
You just made Zimmerman's argument.
What argument? He hasn't talked to no one yet. What argument?
That is what he is telling people happened. That's what his lawyer is saying happened.
That he got hit first.
Around and jumped on him. That's not what he said, Jimmy. No.
He's saying that Trayvon struck first. He was being beaten up.
He turned around and jumped on him from his back. No.
He's still saying Trayvon struck first. You said the same thing.
What I said is he probed him.
Oh.
He said he come up from behind him. He turned around and was walking away, and the guy jumped on his back. That's
Okay.
not what I'm saying.
How do you know?
Who hit who first? Who hit who first?
That's that. I'm hoping the kid hit him first because some fucking old motherfucker.
Okay, there you go. You think the kid hit him first?
I think it was face to face. I don't think the kid ran on him and punched him from behind. I don't think that happened.
Okay, so you think it was face to face because you want to think that?
Right.
No, because it sounds more...
With no evidence or no anything, you're going to say that.
No, there's no evidence the other way either.
Of course.
Well, all you have right now is Zimmerman's, what he has said. Like, we just don't have the other stuff yet.
No, there's witnesses.
So it's what Zimmerman said or what you're guessing at.
That is all last week said, he's a Mexican. He's half. He ain't all Mexican. He's half white and half Mexican. That's why his last name is Zimmerman.
So why do you think that Trayvon was face to face and not facing away? What evidence do you have to that?
I think he come up to him and goes, "What are you doing?" And he looks suspicious. I've been following you. And freaking Zimmerman's like, "This dude don't have."
Some dialogue's been added for drama.
That's a pretty good dramatization there.
Yeah.
No, this is my opinion. I think the kid went, "What the fuck's your problem?" And fucking Zimmerman thinks he's a cop, and fucking the kid didn't know.
Cool.
So he probably fucking defended himself. Which, he didn't have a right to defend himself because some 35-year-old man's falling his ass with some 17-year-old.
Yeah, we heard you already. You said that, and that's apparently a great defense in court.
You replace yourself every fucking day with your black dog. So fuck you, Jimmy.
Fuck you too, Renee. Fuck you too. And thanks a lot. Hey, thanks a lot for calling up and giving Zimmerman's side of the story. Good job, Renee. Yeah, I know you're a tough guy. Hey, thanks for calling up and give Zimmerman's. Some 35-year-old guy is fun. I'd have turned around. You'd have done shit.
That man's ass, and the man freaked out.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling and giving Zimmerman's side of the story.
Whatever, Jimmy, whatever.
Bye-bye, girl name. Oh, what a fucking dummy.
Oh, God.
Fuck your angry routine, shithead. You called up And he just made it up. He goes, I did that 35-year-old bet. He turned around.
And then he said to him, and then he said, where are you getting your transcripts from?
Boring douchebag.
Oh,
Shut up.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know shit.
No one knows.
Thank you for giving Zimmerman's side, though, Renee. I appreciate that. That's exactly what Zimmerman's argument is.
That he was hit.
Trayvon hit him. He was getting beaten up, and he shot him.
Yeah.
And it will come out. And Zimmerman might say, I overreacted, or I felt my life was in danger.
Yeah.
But thank you to guys like fucking that one liberal, and thank you to Renee for calling up and making the exact point they thought they were
It's going to be called the Renee defense, actually. He's going with it.
What a dunce.
Getting back to our original point, what the media does with these clips, though. You know, they do it all the fucking time, and we're calling them out on it. And this is a clip we played a little while ago about a little 4-year-old that wants to be a cop. And do you have the whole thing here, Sam, or what are we about to hear for the people out there?
Basically, there was a shooting, and so they're interviewing witnesses, and they interviewed this little 4-year-old. So I'm going to play this, and then I'm just going to skip ahead to where the raw, actual uncut.
And then I'd like Renee to call back so I can hear what he's saying. Because I guess Renee thinks it's okay to beat up somebody if they're 18 years older than you and following you. You can turn around on a fucking pow, pig! Shut up.
To someone's point, they do edit for time, but they also have a responsibility to make sure it doesn't completely change the context of the clip.
That's exactly it. Yes.
But we know, because we study this shit on a daily basis, that the media does this all the fucking time to make it a more interesting story.
And by the way,
facts don't matter anymore half the time.
Can I tell you, here's the call Renee would have wanted to make.
Right.
Dude, sometimes I think what I should have done, because people would always call me like faggot and girls' names, but I kind of wish that they would have done that to me and I'd have turned around and hit them and pow, bing. Stop trying to fit your own insecure story in their fucking broad name. Shut up. Broad name. Shut up. Go home and bake your man a delicious tray of cookies. Shut up, girl.
Here's another example of media fucking up with clips and editing them to make it a better story for their viewers. Hit it.
No, I'm not scared of nothing.
When you get older, you gonna stay away from all these guns?
No.
No?
No.
What do you want to do when you get older?
I'm gonna have me a gun. Because I live right.
I'm going to have me a gun.
Huh? That's what they aired.
And it makes it sound like, oh my God,
Little
look at this
black kid wants to be a
society.
gangbanger.
Oh, that's what
Black kid
they
wants a
aired.
gun.
That was from the news broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is what it actually is.
Just the wrong.
Damn. When you get older, you gonna stay away from all these guns?
No.
No?
No.
What do you want to do when you get older?
I'm gonna have me a gun.
You are? Why you want to do that? You know what happens when
I'm gonna be the police.
Okay, well then you can have one.
My first question is what?
But you could have one.
100% different
They've
intent.
completely changed
Totally.
it. Making a 4-year-old think, all he wants to do is shoot people.
One is pitting him as a life of going to prison, and one is him fighting the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how the context is changed in that edit.
Wow.
And meanwhile, that was probably for time.
Right, that was for time.
Completely changing the context.
Because that dude, that 4-year-old, he'd have probably turned around and fucking hit that 30-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Kept calling him a chick name. They kept calling me Mary and Sissy and girl voice, and they told me to make them pies, and I should have hit him.
Renee.
Black kid wants to do good with his life.
Yes.
But the news makes it completely different.
Yep.
As a rule of thumb, I don't respect any man with a little crooked dash over the last. I don't like any man who has to put a dash over the last letter of his name. R-E-N-E dash over the top, whatever it's called.
Yeah, how do you get that on a typewriter?
We should break because Bill Burr is going to join the show.
Ooh.
And we'll, I don't know, maybe we'll change gears next. We'll figure it out.
Who's that old guy over there? Uncle Paul, with the creepy old guy stare. Uncle Paul, now he's coming over. One who doesn't care is one who shouldn't be.
Yeah, just come back on. Hi, buddy. Very happy. So we just had a welcome to the opening Anthony show. Bill Burr just came in. Just so you know, what we're dealing with off the air is we're just having a major issue with this guy's publicists are just the most entitled individuals.
Yeah.
They're awful.
He was cool.
He was great.
He was fine.
He was a very nice dude.
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood because our promos were not running for the last couple of days.
You're a loose
Wait,
dude in a bad mood.
Joe, you know what time it is? What time? 15 minutes till the tickets go on sale.
Holy shit.
Oh.
January 16th, of course, myself, Burr.
Hi, Bill.
Great show, man. Attell and Brewer. But I'm
almost too much show.
Yeah, it really is a great show.
Almost. Just short of
the
too
Miami
much
Heat
of
comedy shows.
It really is.
She came in here. She sat in the back. We never let publicists in the room because they're fucking draining, life drainers. And while the guy's doing his interview, she taps me and asks for my pen. And then she's holding up a sign to me with his website on it.
To plug it.
And I'm like, would you do that if it was television? She got mad because she's an extraordinarily entitled individual as a publicist. Everybody kisses her ass. And she got mad because Danny and I reacted annoyed because I'm on the radio and she fucking tapped me.
You believe she tapped him and held up a sign for his website?
I've never had that in 20 years of comedy.
I can't believe is that Jim didn't take it and then rip it up in her face.
I know.
Because I'm in a horrible mood already, and it would have I would have said something barbaric to her. And I didn't want to do that.
Barbaric. Jimmy, that's radio gold.
Barbaric.
Yeah. And I would have listened. I would have listened.
She's awful.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I don't know why it benefits you to have a bad relationship with me. I don't give a fuck.
Benefits you?
What?
It's not, wait a minute. First of all, I'm not having a bad relationship with you. You started being a bitch about
That's what you got to say. If all your clients left you, what talent do you have?
Do?
What exactly?
Yeah, what
Can
would
you
you
do?
You'd be barking in Times Square for Chicago tickets.
Yeah.
That's all you'd be able to fucking do.
You fucking cab driver.
I told you we have a rule, an on-air rule. No publicists in the room. It's not about the. I was trying to let Roland and Talent off the hook. It wasn't their fault.
But it's not even a rule that's
I don't want him in here.
One of our rules. No one lets the publicist in.
So if he's doing Conan, are you going to walk out and sit with him on the fucking set of Conan and hold up a set, or are you going to stand by the camera and hold up? No, you're going to stay in the back.
She literally said, "I don't know how it benefits you."
The arrogant, and I'm like, well, I don't know how it benefits you to have a bad relationship with us. We have a massive audience.
Yeah.
I don't care if she's like, I'll never do your show again. I'm like, I don't care.
Because we were good to her.
I'm like, we treated him great.
So it's not about him. It's about how
I said that to her. It's about
she's
you.
Gonna fuck over her clients based on how she felt she was treated.
And by the way,
fuck you.
By the way,
fuck you.
I'll never do your show again until one of your clients goes, I want to do the Opie Anthony show.
Right.
And you bow down and go, okay. You fucking leech. You fucking leech.
Fuck her.
That's the problem with publicists like that. You never... They should not. That's why I love my publicist. She never comes in with me. I don't need to be coddled. Stay outside.
You
it's
don't
their
come
nature.
in here and hold up a sign to Jim Norton like that.
The fucking nerve of that woman while I'm working. How fucking dare you? And I know she apologized.
Didn't she see you had your tuxedo on, Jimmy? You were doing a show.
She's like, I've done a lot of radio shows. I've been radio shows before. And that's the respect they have for radio guys. That's the way they look at radio as a medium. And that's why a lot of these dumb publicists...
Jimmy. That's the truly insulting part, is because if you use the Conan defense with her, she'll go, well, Conan, that's different.
I said to her, would you bring... I said, would you do TV? Would you be holding up a sign?
Huh?
It's a talk show.
But that's my point. She's going to fucking sit there and tear off everybody and go, well, you guys are here. That's over there to me. Yeah, fuck her.
She sounds like a wonderful woman.
She certainly does.
An entitled person. And I did let her know that. And I'm like, you're making it about you. It's not about you.
No wonder why certain publicists are found in their cars in L.A.
Wait, can we get...
Jesus. I thought where this was going. I thought initially... I thought Jimmy was riffing on this person who got shot like the beginning of Godfather.
Can we get Billy Crudup into the conversation here?
He really looks like the guy.
So much shit.
There's no way he can't get you Coke. He's like back in the day when you still cut an album. Like that's the guy.
Yeah. Was he there when John Holmes got murdered in Wonderland?
One of our interns. What the hell's his name?
His name is Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
She threatened to not bring her fucking client in if she wasn't allowed in the studio. If I would have known that.
Yes, she said no. I'm coming in. And then Kenny went, no. You publicists stay out here. And then she said, my client won't go in unless I go in.
That's the arrogance of this woman. I don't care who she is. I don't care who she handles. She doesn't get me booked on the Tonight Show. She's never going to help or hurt me.
Is she in every scene that he's in movies and his TV show? Is she in the background to make sure she's there with him during every facet of his life?
I don't care who she... I really don't. I don't care if she has the whole fucking cast of Tron. It's irrelevant to me. We've done the show a long time. It's the first person to record it.
She's scared that her client's going to come in here and kill it while she's out there and realize that he doesn't really need her at this level.
She's Can you imagine? I'm not going in if he doesn't go in. If I don't go in, I wish I would hear my publicist say that. I'd fire her on the fucking spot.
Yeah, fucking shit.
Yeah, shit. God, that annoys me.
Fuck you.
Say shit. And we have promos that are supposed to be running for the show. They weren't running for the last 2 days. So they weren't put in the system. So I'm just in a fucking horrible mood. So yesterday we weren't here, and the promos weren't running. And that's,
God.
It's okay. I Facebooked and told people they could buy tickets like 3 days ago because that's how good I am on the internet. Then I got like 20 emails. Dude, just to let you know, the tickets haven't gone on sale yet. For the Borgata. It's going to be huge. January 16th.
Yeah,
the
I think it'll sell very well.
Of comedy shows. That's if I was a publicist, that's the spin I would use.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would too.
Huge.
Spin.
Oh, my.
Huge.
After talking to her, I hate her even more. I have absolutely no respect for her. I don't care if she hears every word of
How did you look at her and not just...
I'm not going to yell and curse at her because, again...
Like an
you're a professional.
Chimp bite her face off.
I even said to her, and don't threaten to pull him. I'm like, don't hurt the rest of the platform. I don't care if you pull him from our show. Go ahead. But don't pull him from the rest of the show.
Yeah, what arrogance that... Well, then, no. She will not be in any of this kingdom.
I won't bring any of my people. That's the problem with publicists. And artists bring it on themselves because fucking artists cower behind their publicists, and most of them have no personalities.
Some should just turn around and go, hey,
vultures.
lighten up. Like, you work
These
for me,
fucking
fucker.
people kill me, too. How dare you insult me? I will never give you the cast of Gossip Girl.
You're a no talent.
Yeah.
That's why you do what you do, because you have to associate with the business somehow. You have to glom onto it somehow while contributing nothing artistically.
You know the interesting stories she must have about celebrities that she tells her family like she's inside?
Yeah, but then you got to tell it like you're so over it and you don't watch TV.
Right. Yeah,
I don't want to name any names, but
and if you don't
Eddie
like
Deason,
I go across the street to Mitch and Murray. Fuck you. You're a fucking secretary.
That really, and maybe I should have went out there and talked to her, but I didn't want to see Roland get blamed for something that had nothing to do with him. Were you nice to her at least when you told her she couldn't?
Oh. I kicked her in the cunt and told her.
It was procedure.
Yes, that's what I do.
The bottom line, for her saying that, there's nothing Kenny could have done to inspire that.
I was following procedure.
Roland held the door open for the guy to go in. She tried to follow in, and Roland said, no, I'm sorry, you can listen from out here.
So I gently tased her.
And she goes, no, I'm going in. I'm going, no, I'm sorry.
Not the fucking fact that she would say to somebody that works here, no, I'm going in. Who the fuck are you?
You know what she sounds like you, Jimmy? Did she irk you?
Dude, I know. I looked at her face. I know exactly the type of person she is. I know exactly the kind of person she is. She's there's nothing there. She's entitled.
By the way, to the listeners, Jimmy has been standing since I came in here.
Because
Jimmy is standing up, man.
Because for the greater good of the company, I did not curse at her, and she thought I was being rude. Here's the problem: nobody confronts that woman
I was just gonna say,
on her
awfulness.
She's entitled. Everybody kisses her ass. I don't know. I'm a stand-up lady. I don't give a fuck about who you handle. You're not going to handle me.
You just going up to her was rude.
To me, it was
rude.
To me, it was a courtesy that I showed her.
Is Jimmy the greatest?
He just sounded like Archie Bunker. All you need to do is call it dingbat. Jimmy, why don't you let yourself get this worked up about a piece of shit like that? Who gives a fuck?
I don't care what you think.
Don't ever ruin your day.
Dude, I'm already mad. I'm already mad because down the hall they were supposed to put our promos in, and my promos for Poughkeepsie, and they weren't in for 2 days now. I'm very angry about that. But that annoyed me because I saw in her face, she's everything I despise and don't respect in show business.
Oh, jeez, the publicist wants to come in here, huh?
What are you coming in here for there, dingbat?
Why don't you
sit over there?
You can stay outside. You.
The Jew broad publicist wants to come in and count his pennies.
Oh, Jesus.
To hurt a client like that and not let him promote in front of this audience. It's like, do you know how stupid you are?
She sounds like, remember when they did the TV version of the Letterman-Leno battle? Remember Leno's manager?
The manager.
Yeah,
she wasn't like Helen Kushnick.
Yeah, like because obviously you never met her in real life. The TV version, the book version, that's what she sounds like.
Right.
But I would have, to me, it was a courtesy to go talk to her. Because I guess, again, publicists, they're like everybody else in show business. They're just all behind-the-scenes sneaks. They're non-contributors. Nobody just talks face-to-face. Nobody just goes, look, that was our rule. That was not Roland. That was our... Nobody does that.
And by the way, in front of one of our bosses, saying that we were assholes.
But we weren't assholes.
It's a great fucking
one of our,
thing.
Which one of our bosses?
Fucking
Who? What boss?
Who was it, Kenny?
The new boss of the talent handler.
That's not our boss.
Oh, it's not my boss.
Same as the old boss.
Yeah, it's Roland's boss. Fuck him.
Well, no, she Roland was great to her, though.
I'm teasing, of course. I love the
And
little fuzzy man.
the fucking slave mentality that perpetuates every goddamn artist in this business that lets these fucking pieces of shit actually go, no, I'm the one that needs to be tended to right now. I'm important. Go fuck yourself.
She was the important, to her, she was the important one in this whole thing. Fuck with it, whatever he wanted to say or do or anything. She's in charge.
I'm not going to say a bad word about her because I don't know how it helps me to have a bad relationship with that person I've never heard of.
Bill Burr, you are right.
But it was almost like I was going over there.
Jimmy.
If she didn't tap me...
You want to be on Hot 97 ever in your life, buddy? I can make that happen.
She tapped me and held up the sign. That, to me, was all I needed to know about her.
The sign said, wanna fuck?
Yeah, and I said, no. The pomposity, if I may.
Yeah, oh, you may.
The lack of respect for radio that people like that have. This dummy, who obviously doesn't do her job well, would rather have him promote probably on a local news show than on this show, which has a lot more listeners because they don't understand what radio... They're just dumb.
And it's going to make him more personable. It's not just like...
And he was great. It was nothing to do with him.
No, we were talking video games with the fucking guy. It's not like... And everyone that comes in here doesn't have to talk about that movie. We'll plug it. We'll get it across and everything. But how about you let the guy be a human fucking being and be relatable to people that go, oh, wow, okay, that's that guy. It's
I'll never do that show again.
And she's sitting there holding up a sign, plug the website!
Not for nothing, and this is no disrespect to that guy, because he was really cool, but I was in here when Ed Norton was in here. You didn't get anything like that with Ed Norton. And Ed Norton is a goddamn Oscar-winning fucking...
Yes.
Right?
Who was it?
Am I wrong?
It was Zach Levi. Yeah.
No way.
The guy from Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck.
Chuck, holy shit. Well, I don't know what that is. If it's not on ESPN, I don't know what it is.
I said that.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
wait a minute.
She was exhibiting signs of mind control. Mind control. I think the HARP unit was tuned into her.
That made me laugh so hard just then that I got lightheaded. I almost passed out. And it was such a shooting laugh that came out of my face.
The secret society of the publicists. That's what it's all about. It's something that it's the Illuminati.
You know what I like? I like when he goes to storm in somewhere and he acts like they don't know he's coming, and they show him from behind walk in.
The camera's there.
They're already in the office.
Yeah. When he walked in,
what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Aha.
But you know what's worse? Those are the only guys. Those are the only conspiracy theorists that they put on TV. It's just like Jerry Springer. It's the worst of the worst. I see things.
It's that approach. It's the storm in and pretend like you're just storming in thing, or it's the Michael Moore thing when you walk into the Kmart corporate office and they go, yeah, you can't come upstairs with your fucking cameras. Just showed up. And he goes, well, obviously they're hiding something.
They're hiding something.
No, dickhead. You can't roll up with a fucking camera crew spur of the moment.
I like the Jesse Ventura approach is the Ralph Cramden approach when he walks in. Aha! Oh, cocktail time! Come on out, Hob! Come on out, Hob!
I know you're up to something.
Yeah.
And you know that I know.
You know that I know that the HARP unit's still in mind control.
I'm not. Area 51, I'm not. They got guns. Let's run, Norton.
Wouldn't it be great at the end of every episode when Ventura's stupid theories are proved wrong if he had to act like Cramden when he realizes he's wrong? Just
and make that face and kind of wave his arms around and then just go to the black girl at the table. Baby, you're the greatest.
You're the greatest.
Yeah, I want to buy a brown Volkswagen with the passenger seat removed that comes with handcuffs and a fake cast. Florida plates.
Yeah. You're a serial killer hack.
That's right.
Come up with your own gimmick.
I know. I'm fucking...
gotta use the van.
Yeah, it's a very Ted Bundy-ish of
Yes, just a bit.
Oh,
here you go. Yeah, she's just driving down the road. She's just going home, feed the cat, take home some groceries. She don't know fucking Buffalo Bill's waiting with a fake cast. A couch.
Anthony, I got a question. I'm wondering if... Ted the serial killer's here today. I don't know. He might be. I'm looking around to see if Ted The serial killer.
Ted Bundy or Ted?
No, Ted the serial killer.
Serial killer.
Ted Bundy stole my thunder.
Oh, Ted! Hey.
Yes.
Ted the serial killer.
Yes.
Everyone.
I was a serial killer. I would blow smoke in people's faces and then kill them slowly with my secondhand smoke. I'm responsible for many deaths.
What the fuck?
Yes.
That's the best.
I would kill them and they would turn into ghosts.
Your mom. Ghost. It's very hard to say.
It certainly is.
It's like breasts.
Yes, breasts.
Plural. She has lovely breasts.
Hey Ted, do you have any trophies? You have any
Unless
trophies?
you're watching Xanadu.
Wow. You have any trophies from your killings at home there, Ted the serial killer?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I would always save the right sock.
Why the right
I don't
sock?
know. I couldn't improv anything better than that, Gregory. I had a little collection. I would save everything but the feet. I would put it in my closet and it would start to smell. I told Mother I would duty of the rug again.
Still live with Mother?
I certainly do. Mother's infirm. She's an invalid. Yes, I put fish food in her mouth and then I rape her.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Why wouldn't I? That's the question.
Is she alive, Ted?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
She always goes, "Get off me, Ted."
Oh, that's horrible with the fish food breath.
Yes, it's really a turn-off, Anthony.
You just sprinkle a pinch. You don't want to overfeed Mother.
Yes, she sticks her tongue out stupidly.
Fucking real.
All right.
Goddamn.
You lost a lot of weight, Robert.
Thanks, Ted.
You're welcome.
I didn't know you.
Shut up.
Why does he have to look all the way up when he does Ted?
He almost has that look. Okay, he's almost got the look of the major from Platoon. A little bit that has to, drop ball ordnance on my paws.
Lovely fucking war.
Yeah, lovely fucking war.
Hey,
Yeah, you got that look going a little bit now that you lost the weight.
I'm sorry we went down this road, but now we got questions for Ted the serial killer. We got Alan in Arkansas. Alan.
Yeah, Ted, where might I find somewhere to buy ether rags and rope, handcuffs, maybe a shovel?
You can go to TedSerialKillingParaphernalia.com. The Emporium was shut down by the federal authorities. But I sell all sorts of things. I sell medieval maces. I sell anvils.
Wait, what's the place called? I mean, the website?
He's not going to remember. It's off the top of his head.
TedSerialKillingParaphernalia.com. Oh, no, it's .org.
Paraphernalia.
Just to throw everybody off,
Yes,
right?
the Chinese people are cybersquatting.com. There's an ad for tiny genital improvement.
Ted, people want to know how many kills do you have?
1,475. But only one is confirmed. I'm making the assumption because I one time blew smoke into a crowd.
And you hoped that would kill them all?
Yes, very slowly.
Yeah. Let's go to Mongo the Trucker. A question for Ted the serial killer.
He's a second-hand smoke
Yes,
serial
I'm a second-hand
killer.
smoke serial killer.
So he blows smoke and hopes years from now they die.
I keep trophies. I keep the butts that I've killed my victims with, and I masturbate over them. I run the cigarette butt over my nipples and genitals, and I masturbate angrily.
That is the worst serial killer idea ever.
No, it's not. It's very good.
Second-hand smoke?
I've killed many.
Does Mother watch you masturbate?
She has no choice. It's a studio apartment.
Let's go to
She doesn't like to look when I have mirrors around her head. She can't avoid it.
Wait, I think you said mirrors properly.
Yes, I did mirrors.
Isn't it mirrors?
No, it's mirrors. There's 3 R's. All good words have 3 R's.
Let's go to Mongo the Trucker. Mongo.
Oh, better than Mongo the Lloyd.
Ted, I had a date last night, and I have a great big fat chick in my sleeper. What's the best way to dispose of her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I wish I had something planned for this. You have a big fat girl where?
She's tied up in my sleeper.
Well, then why don't you just open up the back and push her out, sir? What kind of comedic gold do you expect from that shitty setup? You got a fat girl tied up. That's kind of the punchline, isn't
it? Jimmy the trucker. For
Hey,
Ted the serial killer, yes.
Hey, guys, I want to know if Ted rents out vans and couches.
Yes, one time I rented a van, but there was a little boy's shoe in it, and a judge sent a bunch of killers after me, so I had to return it. Too obscure. Sorry, I just called the Star Chamber. It was a bloody baby shoe.
Dude, I just had to read somebody printing Mongo the Lloyd. I wasn't sure if it until I read it, and then I got it. Holy shit.
Oh, you didn't get that?
No.
That's highbrow humor.
Hey, this is a very good question. Ted, we got a very good question coming in. Someone wants to know what you did to Frank the Frowner.
Yes, people compare us, but Frank's a cunt. He's always complaining about how it takes more muscles to frown or to smile. Who gives a shit? That trite asshole.
Did you kill Frank the Frowner?
No, I don't like Frank the Frowner. He made a couple of appearances, and then somebody forgot to keep the same name, so they became someone else, I think.
Taking us inside.
Yes.